And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. There's all kinds of water in the desert. Some of it's good and some of it's bad. Could make a man deathly sick, even be fatal. You can't always tell by the taste, because often water that's safe to drink may have a bitter or brackish or musty taste. That's why on the old maps they'd mark certain water holes poison and set up signs to warn folks off. Like at the place that figures in this story of Arsenic Springs. Deceptively cool and tempting on this hot June Sunday, when Mary Butler and Dan Crosby stop on their ride out from the nearby camp of Granite Peak.
You still haven't answered my question yet, Mary. Will you marry me?
Dan, I don't know what to say.
You certainly know me well enough. Working in the bank together for the past year.
I wonder.
What do you mean?
Oh, I know you're honest and hardworking and reliable.
I love you so much, darling. Being so close to you, it's sometimes more than I can bear.
Well, I think I love you too, Dan.
You think?
Oh, I want to be sure.
Well, what do you want me to do? Go out and fight Indians for you or discover a gold mine?
Well, not this week, anyway. You're going to have your hands full managing the bank while Mr. Medford's away. I do think it's a great compliment he pays you, leaving you in charge.
Since I am the only man in the bank, he didn't have much choice.
It's a big responsibility and good training against the day when you'll be a bank manager yourself.
You do have that much confidence in me, then?
Oh, Dan. We better go. It isn't fair to let the horses stand there within sight of water that they can't even drink.
It isn't fair to make a man wait too long either, darling.
I'll try to give you my answer soon.
Boss not in yet? It's 9 o'clock.
Mr. Medford's away.
Away? When'll he be back?
Not till the end of the week. He had to go to Independence on business.
Is there anybody else here?
Mr. Crosby will take care of you.
Good morning.
I've got some gold on deposit. I want to take it out. There's a receipt.
Michael Sweeney, 42 ounces. I'll get it for you.
Be sure you bring the right folk. I got 3 of them in there. Weigh it.
If you wish.
I do wish. Short. A whole ounce underweight.
That's funny. Yeah, it's the same sack.
Jimmy, somebody's been tampering with it.
They couldn't, Mr. Sweeney. It's been locked up in the safe ever since you left it with us.
Murdering turf. This ain't gold. It's just dirt. Plain, ordinary dirt. Somebody's taken my gold and put this junk back in its place.
Can't believe it.
Well, look for yourself. I've been robbed, I have. Bring my other sacks from the safe.
Yes, sir.
Here's a fine kettle of fish. A man leaves his gold with the bank and they steal it from him.
What'd you say?
If you have anything in the safe, you better check on it, Briggs.
Hey, Crosby, you bring me my poke, too. It's got my name on it, Newton Briggs. Me, too. They They've rooked me, too, to the tune of $5,000.
I don't understand.
You don't you?
Why, nobody has access to the safe.
Nobody?
Well, I mean,
You have, I notice.
of course I do, but
You wait till the boss's back is turned, and then go in there and clean out the customer's gold.
no.
And stuff a lot of rubbish in its place. You thieving pack rat.
Now, just a minute, Mr. Sweeney.
You have no right to accuse Dan of this.
You keep out of this, Miss Butler.
You might just as well accuse me. I work here, too.
What did you do with the gold, Crosby?
I don't know any more about this than you do.
You fork over that gold of mine, do you hear?
And mine, too. Those are all my savings.
Now, gentlemen.
Where are you going?
To tell the world.
No!
I told you to stay out of this, Miss Butler.
Do you want to start a panic?
Out of my way, you crook.
Dan! Dan!
Hey, the bank's been robbed! The bank's been robbed! Hey, the bank's been robbed! The bank's been robbed! The bank's been robbed! The bank's been robbed! Take them out and string them up. Get a rope!
No! No! You mustn't! No! No! Father, stop him!
You can't lynch this fella.
He's robbed us all.
You've got no proof. Our gold's gone, ain't it?
He's the only one here. He's as guilty as sin.
That's for the judge to decide. You can't take the law in your own hands.
Stand back.
If you hang this man, you may never find out where your gold went to.
What's going on here?
You're a deputy, Herb. Arrest this man. Lock him up, out of harm's way.
Oh, yes, please.
What's the charge?
Larceny.
He's robbed the bank.
Thank my eye, he's robbed us.
No.
Where's Mr. Medford?
He's out of town on business. He won't be back till Thursday.
All right.
Better close the bank, don't you think?
Yeah, lock everything up. I'll post a guard outside. All right, stand back. Let us through.
One thing's for sure. I ain't sitting around here on my tail for the next 4 days till Medford gets back.
What do you propose to do?
Ride over to Independence and fetch him. Tell him what's happened.
Why Independence?
Well, that's where he went, you fool.
He wasn't headed for Independence when I met him.
When was that?
Yesterday morning, Sunday. I run into him up towards Quail Valley. Said he's a-going a-hunting. He had a gun along.
I don't like the smell of this.
Well, you don't think Mr. Medford's the man that done the job? Mr. Medford?
If it ain't Crosby, it's bound to be him. One or the other.
Or both of them, in cahoots.
Yeah, that's right.
Me.
I'd like to see Mr. Crosby, Herb.
All right, but only for a couple of minutes. Just want to make sure.
Well, I could hardly conceal a hacksaw in this basket.
Mary.
I brought you something to eat. How's your head?
Oh, better. My brain is beginning to work again. Mary, there's only one person that could have stolen that gold.
Yes, Mr. Medford.
It's hard to believe. It couldn't have been anybody else.
We gotta talk fast, Dan. I can only stay a few minutes.
What's happening in town?
Sweeney and the others are all in the Pioneer drinking.
Meanwhile, Medford is putting the miles between himself and Granite Peak.
I'm scared, Dan.
Of what?
When he doesn't show up, they may take it out on you. They could rush the jail.
Honey, this isn't a case of murder.
They've lost all their money, Dan. I could drive men to most anything.
Time's up, miss.
The only way you can clear yourself is get Medford. Make him confess.
That chance I've got of that. Locked up in here.
Miss Butler.
Just a few seconds, Herb. Thank you, Herb. Will someone be on guard here all night?
Well, there's no need for that.
No, of course not. Oh, another thing. Is it all right if I go into the bank to clean up a little work?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Thank you.
If we're going after Medford, we better get started. It's nearly noon.
Yeah, he's already got a 24-hour start on us.
It's a mighty big country to look for somebody.
If we don't find him, we'll put the screws on that young bank teller. At least we got him where we want him, behind bars.
Oh, Father, come in.
All right, I'm here. Now, what did you want to show me?
You don't believe Dan's guilty?
No, I don't.
It was Mr. Medford.
But we have no proof, my dear.
He's the only other one who had access to the safe. He's been sneaking that gold out of here for months, few bags at a time.
Could have had an accomplice.
Oh, Father.
Well, that's what they're saying now. Again, I don't believe it.
Dan's as innocent as I am. Well, you should have seen his face when they opened those sacks and found them full of dirt. That's what I want to show you, Father. You prospected every square foot of the country around here before you had your accident. Well, you know a lot about geology. Can you identify this dirt?
Well, it's not pay dirt, if that's what you mean. The dark gray is limestone.
And the pink crystals?
Pink quartzite. The black is flint.
That unusual?
I only know of one location around here where such a formation can be found. Boundary Canyon.
Then that's where the gold was taken.
What?
The dirt in all the sacks is alike. That means that whoever filled them went to the same place each time. Emptied out the gold and substituted this.
You're probably right.
How far is the canyon from here?
A few hours' ride.
You see, he could have gone there and back on a Sunday without anyone knowing.
So could Dan, my dear.
Oh, Father.
I'm just trying to point out to you that any arguments you use against Medford could apply equally to Dan.
But if he were caught red-handed, Mr. Medford, I mean, trailed to the canyon, then that'd prove it.
Too bad you didn't think of that before they left.
Who?
Sweeney and his posse rode out here a little while ago looking for Medford.
Which direction did they take?
Quail Valley.
Oh, then they'll never find him.
Chances are he's already heading for the border. Lord, what I'd give for 2 good legs.
Oh, you've been a wonderful help, Father.
See you in the morning, Dan.
Yes, never touched me.
Boundary Canyon's where the dirt came from. He may be hiding there. There's a gun and belt and food and saddlebag and a canteen.
Bless you, darling.
Oh, hurry. What is it, Father?
Don't tell me you didn't hear the explosion.
Explosion?
Someone blew off the front door of the jail. Dan's escaped.
My goodness.
It was a fool thing to do, whoever did it.
Why?
The posse's bound to pick him up. Now he'll never be able to prove his innocence.
What the heck are you doing here?
Looking for you, Mr. Medford. Could be I came to the right spot. So here's where you cashed it.
Cashed what?
The $56,000 in gold which you embezzled from the bank.
Are you crazy?
Right out from under my nose, too. Very slick of you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You want me to spell it out for you? Very well. You've been smuggling customers' gold out of that safe little by little. For heaven knows how long. Bringing it here and filling up the bags with dirt. Oh, very carefully. Weighing them to the ounce. And I suppose whenever somebody wanted to withdraw their gold, you did some fancy juggling. Until there was nothing to juggle. And then you absconded.
That's a very good story, Crosby. The only trouble is you've got your pronouns mixed. You're telling me exactly what you did.
Why, you...
I recall now seeing you ride out of town almost every Sunday.
In the company of a young lady.
A red herring, a very charming one.
It's no use, Medford. Everybody knows you're guilty. There's a posse out gunning for you right now.
And they'll find us together.
And I'll hand you over to them.
On what evidence?
Right here. You've been caught with the goods, Medford.
My dear boy, I rode in here and caught you digging.
Why, you snake. Get up. Put your hands together.
You're just putting your own head in the noose. You think for 1 minute they'll take your word against mine? You know you haven't got a scrap of evidence.
I'll have a signed confession before we get through.
From me? Never.
Get up. All right. right, dismount.
What for?
We're camping here.
Here?
You heard me.
By a poison spring?
Well, I've got a canteen full of water. For myself.
What about me?
You'll go without. Until you decide to tell the truth. Come on, get down. You better talk before your tongue begins to swell.
Water. Give me some water.
You give me the truth, and you'll get it. Remember, it's poison.
Water. Water.
How'd you get loose, Crosby?
Never mind about that.
So you and Medford were in cahoots.
No.
Water.
And now you're trying to do him out of his share. Untie the poor devil, men.
Wait, give me a little more time.
What for?
He's almost ready to crack, admit his guilt. Just a few more minutes.
Water.
All right.
I couldn't play it. I did it. I did it. I stole the gold.
Will Mr. Medford do a long term in prison, Dan?
The fact that all the gold was recovered may make a difference.
What a lucky thing he had to make 2 trips to get it out, or you'd never have found him in the canyon.
What a lucky thing I had a girl like you. And such a father-in-law.
Father-in-law? Oh.
So there we leave Dan Crosby, the girl in his arms and the gold in the safe. What more could a young bank manager ask for?